Yo. Yeah, we're back. Hello. I was thinking of something to say and then I completely forgot, so we'll just figure it out as we go. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of GTNH. How's everybody doing? I'm going to admit something. First of all, it's a little toasty. I'm going to turn on the fan. The other thing I'm going to admit, I've been a little distant from the playthrough, I admit. It's just been pretty busy. I know last week I was back home, and then towards the end of the towards the end of the week, my brother invited us to a concert that he's performed in. It was really good, and I'm gonna shamelessly advertise them. You guys should check them out. They're on Spotify. Let me see if I can actually spell their name correctly. I think that's how you spell it. It's pronounced in Reverie. Shameless advertisement for them. Not paid yet, but one day it will be. Trust. No. They performed with a group of other bands. There was like three. They had two openers for them. They performed really well, so I was glad to do that. And then we stayed the night at their place, and then the next day we helped them move to the new apartment. So it was pretty busy over the weekend. I wasn't really able to stream because of that. And then when I got back, I was like, a travel fatigue. I didn't want to deal with the stream, so I didn't stream. And then, like, that brings us to the yesterday, which I took a walk and I got back like at 7, and I had not eaten yet, and I'm like, nah. So today is a good time to stream because I didn't do much today. So we're back to it. Yes, welcome back. Just some things on my mind. I got multiple things to talk about. First of all, the episode itself. What did we do last episode? It was mostly just fixing up the Dyson Swarm, right? And I've figured it since then. This is not built correctly because if we want to wall share a 2x2, you have to rotate them. So, in other words, the second one is wrong. I have to like put the controller over here instead. And yes, thank you to the person in the YouTube VOD watchers. Thanks for pointing it out because I was going to test it in single player and then they told me I can do it. So I just took their word for it. But yesterday I did check it in single player and it did end up working. So that's one of the first things we're going to do, try to fix this so we can actually have the 2x2 Dyson Swarm in here. It's going to be pretty good stuff. Quadruple power. It's going to look like spaghetti still, but oh, that's fine. And that's pretty much what we did yesterday. I know I did say that I was going to work on a little bit of the Godforge stuff, but I didn't make any progress. And because I wasn't really able to play the pack, I was just checking on things like usual. But this is still the next major goal for us, is getting to the Godforge. And then the most important thing from last episode was that it was kind of like a drunk stream, right? Today it's going to be a similar one. All I did though was just reduce the point count, but I did extend like the delay. So just keep in mind, it's still going to be a little bit of a good time, right? I was looking back at it. I don't remember a single thing. I'm joking. Yes, I do. But it was a good time. And I still have like over half the bottle of the whiskey left, so might as well take care of it. All right. It's a little bit of an encouragement for me to actually finish what I started. I'm curious why this doesn't break instantly. Nerf, not buff. Well, yeah, because otherwise you guys would be like submitting point redeems every 5 seconds, and I can't have that. No. That being said, I did already take a shot just to get started. Let me double check here. And so yeah, that's pretty much the plan for today. It's relatively simple again, and it's just going to be similar to last episode where I'm like, oh, fix up the Dyson Swarms, this time rotating them so that all 4 of them can fit. And then making progress towards the Godforge. Have a lot of points you would be hammered, yeah, I bet. I'm not one to get into the party stuff like that. No. I've always been like a chill dude, as you can see. I'm pretty sure I have, 310 episodes of proof that I'm a relatively chill dude. So you're not going to see me getting, like, plastered or anything like that. No, that's for my eyes only. Anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? I think I did mention it, but on Monday I also had another job interview. I feel like this one went well. Of course, we'll see what happens, right? Like if they actually say anything about it, but I'm still waiting to hear back. This is also the same job interview that was suggested by the dude that was like, "Oh yeah, you're too qualified for this." It's the same job. He just pointed me to another one, and then like that's the one I interviewed for. This one seems pretty good, honestly. I feel good about it, but we'll see how that goes, right? Yeah, I don't have much else to say otherwise. It's been pretty chill. I have visited a new state park. So the last state park I've been to was Palmetto. That one's about 30 minutes away from me. And just yesterday I started visiting Lockhart, which is like 40-minute drive for me. So it's like it's a little bit farther, but it's a nice place. It's not as big as the other ones I've been to, but it's still a park, right? And that's just what I like to partake in. So that's another park I'll be visiting as we go. And I guess you can say that's also like a good reason that, or a good, I don't know if reason's the right word for it, but like why I haven't been as active lately is because of the walking. And I don't mean that in like oh, I shouldn't walk anymore. No, I like to walk. It's great. But what I'm trying to say is like the I just walk so much that it gets pretty late, plus the daylight savings time. So whenever the sun gets down, that's when I usually get out and I can get out of my like get back to my car or whatever. But by the time the sun gets down, it's already 7, and then I have to drive an extra like whatever amount of time, and then I have to eat. So that's another reason why the streams haven't been as active lately, is because of that. I'd like to walk, so it's like it's a good reason, right? But I've been really doing it a lot more often. I've realized that it's getting to the point where it's like every other day at this point. My poor feet, though, like getting calloused like crazy. Okay, so I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to do this. Also, I just oh. I'm only one shot in. I took a shot before I started, but I'm only one shot in, and I realized I just made a huge mistake. Oh, that's so. Okay. So if you don't know how the Dyson Storm works, if I scan this, it says it has a 9,900 modules in there, right? Every single one of those modules takes time to craft. And the tooltip says here, if you right click with the plunger, you can extract them. Guess what I didn't do with the other dice? Actually, is it still? No, that's a new one. Guess what I didn't do? I did not extract them, so I just lost 10,000 modules. Yeah, I fully deserve that. Anyways, just gonna continue. Before I do anything, I do want to make sure that the original one is plugged into power, so that it actually works. I'm gonna trash these guys because I don't want to deal with them. But yeah, Killer, I've been seeing all those the pictures you've been sending about all the snowstorm up there. It's crazy, and it's so weird how different like our environments are, because it's like in the 80s over here. And it's weird though to say that, because just the day before it was in the 60s. It's so sporadic out here. Already drunk, GG. No, we're not there yet. Not yet. At some point, maybe, yeah, but not now. It's weird though, yeah. That's usually how it is though. But I'm pretty confident in saying that this is probably the coldest March I've ever experienced. It's just cold. We were 80s to 30s, yeah. Ali, from what I've noticed, it's our temperatures sound pretty close. Like the like what areas we're a part of, they sound pretty close in how sporadic they get. So this is how you're supposed to build the Dyson swarms. They're supposed to be rotated. And I didn't do that not yesterday. It was 5 days ago, the last stream. Jeez, I was busy. But I didn't do that. And if you rotate them like this, then you can fit all 4 of them in a 2x2 pattern with just this shared. And this is the most expensive part. So before I continue, I just have to make sure that turn it on. There you go. It says incomplete structure, but that's because I also have to add that stuff right there. But yeah, it's been pretty sporadic, the weather. Am I missing? Oh, the source hatch, right? We're using 65Ks right here. Right there. Hello, Ali, by the way. Hopefully we're done with the snow. I know I only had to deal with the snow for like 1 to 2 days. I didn't want to deal with it. So that's another thing. When I was interviewing for that job, it's based in Oklahoma. So if I do happen to get it, I will be moving to Oklahoma. But that job also has openings in like places like Virginia, even I think Ohio was one of them actually. But part of the reason why I did not like consider going up there is like I'm gonna have to deal with snow. So I'm like, no, thank you. I'm not a snow person. And check it out. Look, I rotated it, and I was able to fit everything in here, and it's running fine. That's a good sign. And then I just have to rinse and repeat for the other 2. But I have mentioned it before that, at least I think I did. My lease ends in a month, about a month. So that's when my schedule is gonna change like crazy. I'm not even sure if I will be streaming as much or if at all, but we're gonna play it by ear. I don't want to say no to the streaming because I have to finish the pack, right? But it'll be very sporadic for sure. But I will say for sure it's going to leave me a lot more time to go on more walks and mutagenics. I've been playing a lot of mutagenics as well. I'm almost done with the game. I think I have like 1 more side quest until I beat the base game, and then I have to do all the side challenges. It's been a pretty fun game though. I'm going to put this one over here. And then you and you. Especially when you get 4 feet. That's crazy to think about though. Because that's like, so I'm like 6 feet. That's like up to my lower chest in snow. That's crazy. Yeah, no thank you. You can keep the snow to yourself. I don't want it. Running fine. And look at that. We have 3 of them active. And then rinse and repeat. 1 more time. I have 5 controllers, but that's because I was thinking I was going to replace one, but I just made an extra controller. It's fine. If we need more power, it'll get used. Wrong button or wrong machine. So move it one more back. All right. So my brother's new place, it's right on top of a bakery. And when we like settled down, when we took everything in, I told him like this is kind of a dangerous place to live because it's right on top of a bakery. Because if I were in a place like that, I would be going there kind of often. Like, how could you not? Let's put this one over here. And then this one is like that. Okay. And there we go. So if I check all 4, running fine. This one's running fine. Running fine. Running fine. Yeah. So just like that. You were supposed to rotate them. You can't just place them side by side like I did last episode. That's not how it works. But again, thanks for the individual that was watching the or the one who commented on last episode. I'm not going to name drop you, but you know who you are. I appreciate that. And I did log in single player like a couple hours ago just to double check if it worked, and it does work. Looks pretty interesting too. Yeah, they're not quite like straightened out, but and there we go. The cool thing about this is that if I want to duplicate it, it's not that difficult. I just have to like, I'll do like this, you know, highlight it, and that's another one if I want the more power, which I might want to pretty soon. I guess we'll see how much power this generates. I'm gonna drink water. It's water, I promise. All right. Next step is to connect all of the hatches over. I'm looking for you. And the other one is right over there. So this one can connect over. It's going to look ugly, but when do I ever make anything that's not ugly? Don't answer that. Okay. Next one is that one somehow has to get over here. So here's another thing to think about. There is a wireless dynamo hatch. And this is intended to just dump directly into the wireless network. Oh, wait. Never mind, I can't do it. No, I'm pretty close to doing it, actually. But it's expensive. I can't do it, never mind. That's a big problem. The Transcendent Stellar Catalyst, because that needs stellar plasma, which is Eye of Harmony, which is it's one of the big boys. So yeah, we can't do that yet. All right, we're gonna have to do spaghetti. So I have to somehow get that guy over there. But honestly, I'm considering just plugging it in a little closer. I'll just plug it in over there. It's fine. Okay. Let me go ahead and plug them in before I do anything, though. I will need a lot of mirrors and vacuum pipes. And just make sure that I have them plugged in correctly, because that was part of the the challenge from last episode, that I had some bends that did not belong. And it was pretty funny to see like to fix those mistakes. Like right here. Oh, I almost did it. I almost did it. No, that's another bend. You have to like really pay attention to this. But there we go. Double check. UEV laser source. 2 bends. Laser target, yeah. Okay, that's 1. And then this guy, I think I'm just gonna go straight through. That's a bend. Another bend. I meant to go over there, sorry. Meant to go over here. Bend. Gonna make you point over here. Make it easier to plug in, and that's 2 bends like that. Oh, I just reminded myself of something. Speaking of all of the state parks I've been visiting, I've also taken it upon myself. Is that the right word to say? I'm gonna guess so. But I've started collecting all the maps from the various parks I visited. And so one thing I really like about the Texas state park system is that they have really pretty maps. Like they're all organized. They have a very nice like formatting, very clean, very like it's very easy to notice all the different trails, all the information on the trails. It's really nice. So I've been collecting all the maps from the state parks that I've been to, and I started drawing on them also with like a highlighter to point where I've been, and it's just like a way for me to keep track of my progress. So it's something I'm going to be doing from now on, making it look cool. It's a little bit of a memory thing also, all right? So I have one, that one's connected, and then the third one's right here. Okay. This one might have to be a different color. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be a different color. Like that. You're just going to be a magenta. Target hatch. There we go. Because if you have the same color, if you don't know, it causes connections where you don't want them to be. And that's never fun. And I think we got it. Yeah. It's not going to look very nice. I'll try to hold off until the wireless dynamo hatch because this avoids the need for like the spaghetti mess we have here. Check something. Yeah, okay. Next up, need a bunch of you. Can have one there. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then tell each one to auto pull. How's our gelic cryothium? I haven't been paying attention to it at all. But that's the other thing that we need. 20 billion. All right, never mind. I think we're okay with that. And this one's already plugged in, right? Yeah. And then it just needs to get these guys connected. 2, 3. All right. Plugged in, plugged in, plugged in. Everything's good to go. And I guess I'll just turn it on. Excuse me. Okay. Current output. That's good to go. Are you actually dumping power? Yes, you are. And then turn on this guy. So right away, they're not going to actually turn on because our backlog gets consumed by one of them immediately. I don't know how that's going to make sense, but... So this guy has power, right? Yeah, okay, that one's working. Or is that not how it works? I actually don't know how it works then in that case. Turn on. Yeah, because they're not quite out up there. So this one can only push 2.4 billion. It needs more modules before it works correctly. This one is, I guess this one's working at max. What about you then? Not quite at max, but I guess it has a lot of the drones. This is the OG one, so it's going to be working at max. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Okay. So if I check the power, we have a big number. And I do need to produce more of these Dyson swarms, which they only get consumed every... Like, they only get consumed 64 every hour. So how fast we craft them is totally fine. I'm not going to speed this up, so I'll just leave this running. And over time, we'll get more power, but... Just like that, we've basically quadrupled our power. Technically doubled our power from yesterday. I'd say it's pretty good. Drink some water. Okay. That's pretty much it. That's all I can think about for doing with the Dyson Swarm. And if I ever decide I want more, which is likely, then I just need to copy all of this with the matter manipulator and then plan it. That should be good. Which should now be no problem because of the digital singularity. Which we put over here, right? Yeah, this guy. Or singularity crafting storage. It's able to fit so much more stuff here that if I really wanted a big craft, there it goes. All right. So next step I'm thinking about is just setting up recipes for the Godforge. I did say I was going to do this last time and I didn't. But that's what the Let's Play, or that's what the episodes are for, right? Just to hang out and talk about whatever shows up in mind. I forgot about that. That was such a weird experience, right? Yeah, I've got to do some research as well. But I remember this. This was funny. All of our dupe stuff, it's still here. The server did restart several times since, and none of the stuff disappeared, so I guess it is duped. But I'm not allowed to touch it in that case. So I do want to add recipes like that. This is going to be a little pricey, though. Oh, well. UIV, so I can be... We can put that in the advanced ass lining it spot right there. So I do need the research for it, but I can at least get the craft started. Million. Every time I read million, it reminds me of like smelly for some reason. Or melon, that also works, right? Astral titanium. Got some expensive stuff there. Lead plasma. That's so funny though. It seems like such a weird resource that needs a lot of fusion, but I guess I understand it because of how the periodic table works, right? I'm not gonna complain about it. Artificial whatever generator. Need a stack of you. That's machine 0, yeah. Power icy, what? Oh, that must be one of the things we did not cut off last time. Or it's one of the recipes we didn't keep because I just didn't want to deal with it at the time. All of these are fluid solidifiers. And then molten tellurium is like that. Pretty sure we're getting this right. Oh yeah. We only have 1 billion of it. That goes in the extractor. Extractor might be something I upgrade, but I guess we'll see whenever I actually need this stuff. Lots of research. 80%, almost done. You guys know how I said that I wanted to do the research like ahead of time? Yeah, I don't know. It's a little pricey. Okay. You really need 7,500 harmonic compounds. Oh. All right, we can at least set up the recipes for the full thing. But it's a little expensive. That means if I set up the recipes, things are gonna get stuck. But that's fine with me. Let's just set up the recipes and then I'll do the data sticks. Probably off camera though. Oh, that's expensive. Just these casings is kind of funny. Oh well. That's just how things are at this point, right? Everything's so expensive. Okay, so I got a recipe for that, and then I need the celestial matter guidance casing. Do I make a stack at a time? Is that something I should be doing? Yeah. Oh, 64 ultimate batteries. Yeah, you're gonna be so expensive. I'm all for it though. Oh, you know what I can do actually? Check this out, check this out. I can actually set up a dummy recipe. Take all of that stuff for now. I can do this, open up the Forge of the Gods, and just for a basic one. Oh, yeah. And then make the blue spray can. That's all I'm going to ask for. If there's any like weird casings for it, things like, I don't know if I can even do this. I think I can actually. Go ahead and do it. Take this out though. Yeah, oh no. What am I getting myself into? um Is that all I need though for the first module? Hey, let me see. Helioflare power forge. I think this is what I want to do, right? Let's do enough to complete this quest at least, and that's it. Before I get too ridiculous. So I need you, 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 9 blocks, of course. I need whatever that is, that, and the Godforge itself. What am I getting myself into? But this is exactly why the seeing the dummy thick singularity crafting is gonna help me out so much. This isn't even gonna fit in here, but it's still a handcrafting, right? I saw that the all the weapons got like all the miniguns got their spread reduced, right? It's pretty cool. I'm still not gonna use it for grinding though, because Broncos is too good. I'm just gonna crash my server just trying to craft it. All right, so someone. Oh no. That's exactly why we have dummy thick. So I'm just gonna add recipes and then we're gonna tackle it. We're gonna see what's missing. And I'm not gonna worry about the research just yet. We're just gonna add recipes until it works. UMV, that's regular ass lining it right there. Yeah, because it's not gonna work with all the research stuff. We'll do that. Because I'm only crafting one at a time, I'll do it in the other ass lining it right there. But these guys are in bulk. Zero crit chance down to oh. Is that all miniguns though? That's cool though. I have not used it in a long time. Oh, I also have to make sure that this is not the stackable stuff. Hang on, I might have to check these recipes then. I know this one works. That was the last one I did. But I don't know about the others. Yeah, this one's fine. I did loot a little bit. I haven't played much Dead Frontier, honestly. But I did try. I did do a loot run today just to play a little bit. I do like the game, right? Pretty chill. But I will be playing it a little more often because I'm still very much in debt. I recognize that. Okay, this is going to be problematic because of the fact that there's non-stackables in there, or that there's the duplicates, and our setup does not like that. So what I need is to rename you, and 1G neutronium heat capacitor. So I need one of you. We're gonna have to rename a bunch of stuff. So let's go back to the magic area and do the renaming stuff. No, but ever since all of the, I think it was even since the Cryostorm got released, I've been like having shotguns as my second weapon, and the Wraith Cannon has been in my collection box since. Poor guy, he got retired. I need a Hypogen coil block. Thank you. Seems like a very expensive thing to rename, but I do have to do it. Right there. And then I have that renamed. Okay. I'm gonna have to make the heat capacitor in the first place, actually. Let's do that. The Broncos are great, though. Just the fact that they don't blow up anything is so good. I think I'm just gonna craft the entire bulk at once, or we'll do 8s. It's a hypogen coil. This needs to be like that. It's got to be the renamed stuff. That's a big target hatch. And then the heat capacitors. I think that's it, right? There you go. Okay. Remote graviton, whatever, is an ass line upgrade. Nothing there is stackable, so go ahead and make it a stack at a time. And all this other stuff, biocatalyst medium, krypton, this is all stuff that we're gonna have to like get ourselves. Krypton is something I can pump directly from the pump, so I'll just make more pumps for that. Chlorine, I just have to increase the cap for that. Nequadria. You guys remember Nequadria being such an issue? Oh, I remember there was a whole like arc, I guess, of like having no Nequadria, and we're back to it. Nequadria issues never left, but I think we can get this now that we have quantum force transforming. There's a way to get better Nequadria through QFT. Well, I got to look at that. Come back to that. Small gear, go right there. Creon gear. Oh, we have fluid solidifying. I'd rather do that. Graviton is a QFT recipe. Let's do that first. Excuse me. And we do have the right tier for it, so I think I need to make whatever this is, circuit 10. I have a lot of gravitons, just not enough. Okay. Oh, it's so good that I can craft quantum anomalies again, because, man, these are so bad before. Eternal singularities are also not too bad. It's just a black hole shenanigans thing. Yeah. Okay, I have you. And I also need the bulk catalyst housing. Not too bad. Tahitian promoter, hellish force, rare earth group. Can I T for them? No. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Might be time to look at the recipes for QFT, because I know there's a way to get Nequadria out of this, but it's like a weird roundabout way. It's like it makes some inert stuff. That's a prismarine line. I think it's this. This makes inert Naquadah, but I think there's another one for enriched Naquadah, and there's probably a way to get something else out of it. We'll look into it in a little bit. Okay. And then for me to produce gravitons, it does all of this. If I need unknown particles, 66,000. I'll just leave the recipes for gravitons and unknown particles. And then just do that. But reduce this by set to 1 because it's an estimation. Okay, so if I try to make like I don't know, 1,500 of you, just do it. Yeah, you're gonna be running forever, but you know I don't care. That's totally fine with me. I think at this point I should add more parallels, right? But yeah, it's fine. We'll come back to it. Okay, so that's graviton dealt with. So Nequadria. I'm trying to see what we can do to get Nequadria. So there's 2 recipes that I saw earlier that might work for us. There it is. So I'm pretty sure it's this recipe, right? Oxygen, sulfuric acid, and phosphoric acid, and then a bunch of that stuff. I'm pretty sure this is something we get from the ore miner, yeah. But we're going to need advanced aqueduct catalyst. I think at this point I should start focusing on making a stack at a time for the bulk catalyst stuff. And while we're here, let's just commit to it and a stack at a time of the other stuff too. What's it called? Catalyst? It's just called the catalyst. Am I going to make a stack of you? Yeah. Well, 63. You don't know how to make those yet. What do you mean you don't know how to make catalyst carriers? They're in my inventory. What did I put in here? Oh, it's the wrong one. Oops. My bad. I would like 63 of you. There we go. And then also I would like 64 of the advanced aqueduct catalysts. Gonna commit to it. I want a stack at a time. Not that one. You. Gold nanites would be a nano forge. Need dilithium. Can I even do that? At this point, I might as well upgrade the thing to tier 3. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Oh, I need to because I need to upgrade it to tier 3. All right, we're going to do that. Okay. Why does tier 4 get all crazy? Okay. Hang on, how to do this. I mean, this stuff is not that expensive, right? No, at this point, not really. So I'm just going to craft enough for all of that. Don't think I need that much stuff. And there goes my connection again, right? It always happens. I don't know what it is. You know, OBS was telling me to update all of my stuff, so maybe I should, but I don't think I really don't think that's the problem. Maybe it's just my apartment like trying to tell me, hey, get out. Your time's up. It kind of is. I have a month left, but there's still some time, right? Drink some water while we wait. All right, we're back. I'm not even going to pretend I understand why. Oh, yeah. Don't kill this guy with the Sword of the Cosmos because I'm going to dupe everything. You remember what happened last time. Did I have these? Yeah, those are ready. 800 of you. And then ass line casings. Good to go. I need a dilithium lens. Thank you. And then for me to upgrade it, I need a something. Requires a transcendent metal nanite to use tier 3. That must be you. Oh, I can craft it already. Give me. At some point, I should be able to make these blocks directly. But I need stellar catalyst, so never mind. Not yet. Is the compressor stuck or something? B-boy. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. I don't know if that deleted something. Crafting 61. Oh, yeah, we're fine. I really should come back to this and make it, like, good. I feel like I'm going to dedicate a whole episode for it, though. I left the game. Okay. Good to know. Okay, so this might take a while. Which is fine with me because it's just all this is going to do is speed up whatever nonsense we have there. Kind of curious though, how fast is our space-time production now? So per hour, 414,000. So times 4, right? But if I check here, we have to make about that much. So this is going to take, I would say, 20 minutes. Which is going to get in the way of a lot of stuff. So yeah, go get out of there. We'll come back to that. That's just going to take forever. That's fine. The main thing I'm looking for right now is the Naquadal casings or the Naquadal stuff. Yeah. So that's going to be gold nanites. And we'll do that. Send them over there at the Nanoforge. Which is something that should be upgraded, I think. It's glowstone, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a little slow. Oh well. Alright, that's gonna take a while, it's fine. But I think I should be able to craft it either way, right? Advanced Naquadal catalysts. How long is that gonna take? It's also another 400,000 space time. Maybe not 64. I'm gonna craft as much as I can. But if I get one, I'll stop the craft. And I also need a bulk catalyst housing for this. This stuff's expensive, man. How could I have ever possibly known that this was going to be expensive? I mean, of course I did. I'm joking. Hurry up. A lot of cleanup I should do. This was also the other thing I did off camera, I think, was upgrade the chemical plant to whatever tier of power that is to process a little faster. I did a whole bunch of stuff off camera when I was fixing up for the something. I don't even remember what. Anyways, while we're waiting, let's continue the crafting montage of seeing what we need to get the God Forge crafted. Oh, it's so slow. It takes so long to craft. Oh no, why do I need this? For what? For what? Spaghetti singularity? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna need that. This is something I can cheap out on, so let's fix that. Get over here. Not cheap out on, but I'm able to craft it a little quicker. Do a stack at a time, sure. Just like that, and then still gonna need the fluxed electrum singularity. Which is a neutronium compressor as well. Throw that there. Let me check on my setup over there. How much space do you have for items? Super bus, that's probably enough. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely enough. That's only 16 stacks. Alright, we're good. Okay, how annoying is it now without you having to ask for like a million of those singularities? You still need a million of those singularities. I don't know for what though. Cryptic singularity? Oh yeah, there it is. That might just be it though. I'm pretty sure I could make this with Creon as well, yeah. Just like that. And then that's iron, which we already have a recipe for. Alright, so I'm assuming I don't have to craft that, but let's go ahead and get everything else. Fluid solidifier UIV. Can I do that? Yes. I can, but I should really upgrade those. Which reminds me, I totally can upgrade them right now. And I'm going to, because the amount of chromatic glass bolts you're crafting is kind of atrocious. So another thing I did off camera, I did not mention yet, was I actually crafted a 320 something. I'm actually able to do 1,000, but the recipe got stuck. I have no idea why, and I just didn't want to fix it. So we got 300. So I'm gonna start replacing things as I feel like it, really. You need better glass. Hang on. Forgot about that. Yeah, you just need a better glass. Okay. In that case, I won't do that yet, but you can still craft it right now because it is UIV tier technically. Solidifier blank and go right there. 8x superconductor wires. Circuit 8. Ultimate pocket sun. I need so much of you for some reason. That's Ask 0, which I actually don't have anymore, so I'm going to add another one. Another buffer. Excuse me. So this
need to get
is
you a little
Ass
drunk.
Machine. You know, I totally forgot that I was even doing that kind of episode today. I got you. Give me 1 second. I'm on a train of thought. Great cable. Mm-hmm. Damn, you know what I have a craving for? Not whiskey. No, it's like a bag of chips from the gas station, honestly. That would go so crazy right now. I know what you're going to say, Killer. Flaming Hots. That's your go-to, isn't it? You're the one that likes the Flaming Hots? I knew it. Let me take a drink. You ain't going to see me take drinks. Nuh-uh. Not yet. No, but if you guys want some, like, deepest lore drop, I'm going to have, like, an ARG quest for you guys. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but there is a video on YouTube somewhere of me getting absolutely plastered playing Uno. It's a thing. I'm not going to tell you where to find it, but it's there. And I think that's the only like footage of me actually drinking on camera. Otherwise, I'd rather not. It was a good time though. Energy distributor UAV. No, but yeah, chips would go kind of crazy right now. It sucks though because my go-to bag of chips are Flamas, Doritos Flamas. But there's nowhere that sells them and are open at this time of night. Oh, that's so expensive. 41 target hatches. That's a. Oh, I mean, I totally knew what I'm getting myself into. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, apparently. Oh, this stuff's so expensive, man. Well, we gotta commit to it. I know, but it's true. It was a good time. I think it was Uno. I don't even know how I can find it, honestly, either. It was some board game. It was a while back though. Good times. If any interviewers are watching this, I'm not like this normally, don't worry. It's for the bit. So we need plates for all that stuff. No, but this stuff really does have an aftertaste of cookie dough. It is cookie dough whiskey. Anyways. It's the same stuff from last time. And look at me efficiently adding patterns when I do the similar patterns at the same time. So instead of me creating a pattern, putting it in the interface, and then creating a pattern, no. We're efficient over here. I can put 3 things because they all use the same machine. Same here, watch this. I'm just talking out loud. In the end, it doesn't really save that much time, but oh well. Nah, but chips would go so crazy right now. I am getting a little cabin fever, so maybe I'll step out. I'll pick some up. So absolutely recipes are going to break because I'm not 100% checking that they're compatible with our setups. So things are going to break. There's no denying it. I can't deny it. It's going to break. Literally, this one's going to break. And I'm glad I caught it. Get over here. You're getting fixed. Any long-term GTNH enjoyers would recognize exactly why it would break. It's because of this. If there's 2 different slots, you have to rename it. Otherwise, you're asking for problems. Depending on your setup, it is dependent on whatever setup you have. But my ass line setups, I have to separate them. And it's just a matter of renaming it so that they don't stack with each other. And like it's one thing to produce enough resources to do the craft, but actually doing the craft, that's gonna take a while, based on what I'm seeing so far. The research as well. Advanced ass lining it. There we go. Okay, try again. We'll get all this other stuff like later, but I'm just trying to make progress here. These numbers are getting so large, it might be time to get into digital singularities. For example, how much hydrogen I'm missing. Yeah, we're in the digital singularity age. So it's time. After I set up the recipes. There's a little fire ingot. That's you and you, and then I just need to make rods for you. Because the stuff's getting very expensive. Okay, finally we finished. We're down to the fluids. That's a good sign. Well, and I guess dust, but that's waiting for QFT anyways. Which, oh, you know what? I can upgrade now. Oh, okay. That wasn't a connection loss. Did my server crash or something, or just kicked me out for whatever reason? Oh, you know what? It's because I had the clone. It always happens after a couple minutes. It'll kick me out like, hey, this guy shouldn't exist. Okay, I'm looking for the transcendent metal nanite. Yeah, this man, thank you. So take you out, and I'll put that in. And then go ahead, 1, 2, 3. You're now tier 3, which needs that tower. I should have all the blocks needed for it. No? And there you go. Okay, tier 3. Which means you should be able to craft the gold nanites now. I think you also need the right... Yeah, you need the dilithium lens in there. Oh, it's in my inventory. There you go. Yeah, you're getting upgraded. Oh, it's so slow. Okay, here's the problem. The amount of power this thing consumes does not justify keeping it on the old power branch. Because our old power branch can really only support 137 billion. And we found from a couple of episodes ago that we're already throttling it. So I think I need to move the nano forge. If I want to give it more power, and I really do. Yeah, I'm gonna plaster you over here where all the fun power stuff is. Just so I don't interrupt that one, I'm just gonna make another nano forge. Because we found that it's not expensive anymore. Yeah, that's cheap. It's cheap. Okay. So I want to go all the way to tier 3, so I need all of that stuff. This isn't even a problem anymore. Did I cancel it? Oh, I followed it. Unfollow, I don't care. There we go. And then the nanite is, I'll just use the one that's over there. Yeah. Make my processors. Because otherwise we're going to have to wait. How long per? Each one's 125 seconds. And if we do the math here, quick maths, 2 minutes. 2 times 64 minutes is 2 hours. I need to wait 2 hours for this to finish if I don't upgrade it right now. And nah, we don't have that kind of time right now. I mean, technically I do, but nah. Why? Okay. So nano, I keep... Please be able to find it with no space because it doesn't show up for me. Anyways, I'm going to put it right over here, and you're going to have the same power from here. This has the new backbone, yeah. That's a lot of power, so I'll get the power from here. And I'll put you back here somewhere. Trial and error this guy until it finds a spot. 1, 2, 3 up. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3 up. Like that. And then 1, 2 to the side. 1 right here. Right there. Yeah. Is all the other stuff ready? Yep. Now, what kind of power is this man going to have? That's a very good question. I'm not going to give it all the power, but I might as well give it a big chunk of it. I have to do the standard border around multi-blocks because I like it when I do that. We're not cavemen. I like little organization. Just a little bit, though. Okay, what kind of power should I give it? A lot of power. So right now you're getting 8.5 billion. So nah, you're gonna get so much more power. Should I just give it 65k or a 4096? 4096 is technically times 4, but I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna give it the 2. No, that's too much. Yeah, I need 65k to do that. That's too much, though. I'm gonna throttle. I'm a little nervous about throttling the backbone. I'm gonna do it though. This thing is intended to, be a huge sink of power anyways. So I should listen to it. So I need a buffer and then an output, I think. That's all I need, right? I think it's a nanoforge. All it does is produce items. Yeah. So I just need a output bus. And a buffer. Black cable. I know I like to connect it to my subnet, but it's only one connection. I'm not gonna argue over that. And then Q mode. Go ahead and connect that to something with plenty of space. Yeah, right there. Sure. This man is going to be called Nanoforge. I mean, should I just? I have to. I'm nanoforging it. It's just a thing. I can't say no to the trend. Let's get a bunch of mirrors and vacuum pipes. Yeah. Cable mode. And I'm going to come off of... Which one's better to come off of? What are you even plugged into? Oh, that's the compressor, right? I'll come off over here because this is... This has the backbone connected to it, and it's the closest one. Should I add another transformer? Yes. I'm not going to, though. Oh, no, I forgot to change the pipe. There you go. And then you have to be a mirror because you bend. And then you go all the way over here. And why are you pointing up like that? Don't do that. A mirror. And you go up like that. Color magenta because I don't want it to connect to the other purple guys right there. And you also need to be a source hatch. I shouldn't be so nervous on using power because we did just quadruplicate. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but we just did. Also you. There you go. How much power do you have? No power. Why not? Did I mess up the bending again? I probably did. Oh, because it hasn't built yet. I'm assuming we got it right. So let's get all of the nanoforge stuff out of there. This guy's kind of just going to be there, but I'm not going to mess with him. Wait for that craft to finish. Anything else I need to know about this? Performs perfect overclocks on lower tier recipes. So if we want it to be faster, we should get the eternal nanites, right? Never mind. I'm not even gonna try reasoning myself on how to find it. No. That's way too much. Couple more seconds and we're good to go. Thank you. And then you're getting replaced, so I'm just going to steal you. Dump everything back into storage. Like that, and then take everything. Let's go. Yeah, no, I'll disassemble it later. There's a bunch of things I should be disassembling right now. Harvest its goodies. Right there. Do you need stuff like a maintenance hatcher or whatever? Yes. Yeah. There it is. Okay. So cancel you. Try crafting that guy again. So it's so much faster. It's still slow, but it's a lot faster. It's the important part. All right, we'll come back to that. There's other things I need to work on. For example, the something I don't even know. How's our space time? Was I able to make all that space time I needed? What's it called? Molten space time? 19,000, not quite. That's fine. Work on some other things. For example, Krypton is something we can pump from space pumping, right? Can I do this yet? No, I cannot. But I should get into the singularities. Specifically, the fluid digital singularity. Isn't there a way I can upgrade this to... Yes, it's not happening though. Nope. How bad is it to craft 10 at a time? I remember why it wasn't crafting this. Oh yeah, it was a whole chain of research. So I'm just going to craft everything, and then we will pick up the research as we get to it. Right? I remember about that. I never finished the research. So this is ass line, and I can put that in the ass advanced one. Make a stack at a time because I can. I'm rich like that. Oops. I just want to be able to craft 10 of you. Yeah, we're definitely in a research nightmare situation. That's fine though. Quintuple? Can I even do this? Yes. Small pipe. Extruder is what I was doing for small pipes, I think. Small pipe is extruder. Oh, it's expensive also. Okay, but I don't even know if I can even do the fluid storage because I'm up to like tier 5. So I'm gonna need to research this. Can I craft one of you? Let's just try to craft it and see where it goes. Chances are I don't have the research for it, so it'll just get stuck there, I think. Yeah. Man, why is everything so expensive? It really is. Nakoda alloy ingot. Okay, either way, I may need to get another pump still. This one's only pumping 2 of them, and I can do the same thing for Krypton. Okay. So chlorine is kind of weird though, because right now I'm electrolyzing it from salt water, but at such a slow rate that I should probably upgrade the heck out of this. Like, we'll get the chlorine eventually. It just doesn't really build up. Kind of just chills there. So I think I may want to like really upgrade it through salt water, maybe. Not sure. No, that's fine. That's crafting. This is crafting. So alloy blast smelter has always been kind of a problem, haven't you? I did say I wanted to expand this, but we're so close to the Godforge that I don't think I really should. let me look at that, because I'm pretty sure we can do Godforge at some point. It's this one. Or is it not right? Hang on. For example, something like molten quantum, which is something we use a lot of. Oh, I can make you here. Oh, I might as well. Okay, I can do it in a melting core, but I can't really craft it. Okay, so I should look into this, actually. Yeah, this is way better. But how unreasonable is it? I don't know. Honestly, not that bad. That might be a little annoying, though. Let's do it. I need so much quantum. It's just I might as well do it. So I do need the energy cores, though. I can craft it. For some reason, you're only missing 4x cables. That's so funny. Not expensive at all, actually. But that seems to be like the biggest issue is how fast we're producing quantum. And if we put it in the DTPF, that'll be a little better. All right, there's a lot of recipes that DTPF improves, not just molten quantum, but we're going to have to find those. Bissell alloy might not be one of them, no. Yeah, no, it's not. But okay, this is what I was thinking of. I was thinking that we can do something like this for blast melting, but so we can do a blast smelter, but for the most part you can't get some of these resources. So I think we're gonna have to mass produce alloy blast smelters. Similar to how we did the EBFs. That's not gonna be fun, but I'm gonna have to do it. So I'll plan for that as well. So just to speed it up, I'm gonna take out the and okay. So much junk in there. Are you the one with quantum? Yeah, just take it out. Let everything else process. Never mind, you're gonna take forever. Okay. I'm pretty sure I had all of this ready. So I'll start off with the 16 by 16, just like I did the blast furnaces. Yeah, I would do that. Set up a 16 by 16 of this. Could have sworn I had enough, but if not, then that's fine too. So if I try to make 16 of you, it's not that bad actually. Pretty sure it's mostly cheap stuff, but the hydrogen coils is what's gonna be the problem stuff. Well, how much does each one need? 360 times 16 is a big number, like it's over 5,000. So that's gonna take a while. Don't worry about that right now. Let me drink some water. Okay. Yeah, I should get more than a whole bunch of these as well. Excuse me, don't blow up one right there. That's gonna take a while. Just a couple more minutes, and then this guy is it's waiting for the blast furnace to finish up here. Okay, so for sure we need blast furnaces. 16 of them. I'm curious. Like if I plan this into like a spray can, does it work? For example, if I try to make a magenta spray can and I put this thing right there. Like that. Does it work like that? So that if I want to craft something huge, I can always add plans to the craft. This way I don't have like multiple computers running at a time. Oh, hell yeah, it does work. Okay. Okay. In other words. Get over here. Yeah, you're getting added. All right. So this is probably what I'm going to be doing from now on. Is whenever I have like a huge, just like a bunch of things that I want. For example, I want 16 of these, right? Because that's what I need for a full blast furnace array. Just add it to a temporary recipe and just keep updating the recipe so that whenever I'm off, like whenever I finish the episode, I can just request this huge thing and craft whatever I can. Now the nervous thing is it's going to cripple my base because it consumes too much resources. But that's we'll figure that out later. Oh, that is a genuine concern though to think about, but dang, now that I'm looking back at it, I don't know if I want to do that. I guess they're running again, right? It's chromatic glass. What even uses chromatic glass? It's you. Yeah, you're getting canceled. Sorry. You can't have chromatic glass crafting that much. Which honestly, now that I think about it, you're gonna be crafting nonstop, right? Which one's the OG over here? Take out the chromatic glass for now. Thank you. You can go ahead and make everything else because I'm not gonna wait for that right now. Oh yeah, there's all the cores. Okay. So this will help out with my abyssal alloy crafting. Thank you. So this guy, put it over here. And then, not abyssal alloy, it's a quantum. Molten quantum. Get over here. You're getting replaced. It's also a way for me to craft astral titanium. I'm going to take that off for now, though. Dimensionally transcendent residue. Don't need that. This one, go ahead and just do one of those. Take off exotic catalyst, because that's always there. And there we go. How bad is it to craft just a little bit of quantum? Molten bismuth first. Not a problem. And block of quantum. Compressor? Yeah. Oops. Is it even crafting? Okay, that's wait, it's so much faster. It's so much faster. Okay, cool. Proof of concept, that's done. All right. Quantum is going to be so much faster and it doesn't get in the way of the blast furnaces we have. Good to know. Okay. So that's done. How is our Nequatrium catalyst thing? That should be finished as well, right? Yeah. And I need a bulk catalyst free housing for you. This man is still working. Of course you are. Break you and then put that there. There we go. Enjoy. I would like to. I guess we'll try to make the particle accelerator ones. I need a 60, 62, 61 of these. We'll see how long this takes. It's just space time, but we did do the math. It'll take like 30 minutes for this to craft. And then while we're here, I do have a couple extra here already. And there we go. Should be processing a little faster if I understand it correctly. It might need a little more power though. How's our plasma? Okay. We have plenty of gravitons. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's already good to go, honestly, but... Alright. So, dealing with Nequadria. This is the recipe that I want to do. So I want to do this. multiply by that, and then subtract by 1. I don't really care about this. Do that as well. If I need a super solid for whatever reason. It's probably going to be too much, so let's just do all 64 at a time, then, because we do have like bonuses from everything else, from all the fermium plasma. So I'll just do that like that. So if I do inert Nequadria dust, first of all, let me probably cancel this recipe. And to cancel it, I just got to take you out, and then shuffle everything back into storage. There you go. All right, here for a good time then. I got you. So try to push some of this Nequadria stuff, dust stuff. How much does it make? It makes 28. So I think what I'm going to do here is actually add a fake pattern card. Or fake crafting card so that it doesn't expect it to be finished. And if we need more, I just have to ask again. There's ways around this, like, you know, making this fully passive, but I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so we have a bunch of inert Nequadria dust, right? And this can be turned into neutron activator. Let me check here, actually. I'm looking for one that has between 1080 and 1100. I could have sworn I already had one. 1080 and 1100. 1080 and 1100. That's not quite there yet. Okay, so I'm going to have to make another accelerator. But I would pretty much just turn that into a bunch of americium and molten Nequadrium. And a whole bunch of it. And this is what I would turn into everything else. Like if I want the dust in the ingot, I can just turn it into the ingot like that. Which I might as well set up something for that. Yeah, let's do it. Copy. Or actually, yeah, copy. Do a stack, like a 64 tall tower. And have her fourth tower. Well, the other thing I can do actually is increase the count here. But I just need to make sure that this one is working correctly. If I check over here. The quadri-rich solution is between 1050 and 1100. Okay, so I can increase this to 1080 and it'll dual purpose. Which I'd rather just do that. Okay, so increase this to 10, we'll do 85. And then this one should be 1085, like that as well. Neutron accelerator. I'm not going to worry about it. So at 1085, it should shut off. And there you go. Okay. So next step is to connect the stocking bus to this. Oh, you also need amorous and plasma, actually. Should I just set up a crafting for this? Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Plan manual, we're just gonna make a fresh one. That's not the correct one, it's the first one. Mm-hmm. Neutron accelerator, I'm gonna ignore it for now. Neutron sensor, I do need this. And neutron activator is the precise ass. No idea where any of these recipes went because I've had them before. I think I just took them out because I was too lazy to make another machine, which is very typical of what happens. Red dye, of course, you don't have it. That guy goes there. Neutron accelerator, I'm gonna make a better version right now. And for rose red, I just need to manually craft it. And there you go. And there you go. Okay. And now where's this gonna go? No idea. But what I should also do is make a better neutron accelerator. I'm thinking about it, like, isn't it like dangerous to do something this big? It's just gonna explode, right? We'll do UEV. Yeah, we'll do a set it up. Put in the normal one because I'm only gonna craft one at a time. Mask ultra low power IC. I'm surprised I don't have this yet. Flocculated water in a green lens. I still have to fix the laser engravers, right? Yeah. It's still on the old method. More rose red, of course you do. Dense Kevlar plate is circuit 9. And for rose red, all I do is I just go over here and... Yeah. Vanilla classic method of getting rose red dye. Spam the heck out of this with bone meal. It's so weird that it works like that. It's any too tall too tall flour. Works kind of funny when you do that with bone meal. Kevlar ingot would be... Actually, you know what I can do? Dense Kevlar plate, because we're making the plates with a solidifying. We can just do that. There you go. Save us a crafting step. So chances are this is not going to craft because I don't have the right research for it. And I have to do researching. No. Of course you do. There's so much research here that I have to take care of. Which I may just say, hold off for next episode because it is approaching the 2-hour mark. So that's ready. Okay, we got a lot of things to do. And I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna 100% promise, but I will really try. How's our Xenoxine? Almost 1 billion. That's good. But what's kind of delaying us right now is research. So there's a lot of things I need to research. For example, the tier 7 cores for singularity storage. I have to deal with this. And all the research for better neutron accelerators, plus all the Godforge research. So I'm not going to do a full craft. That's just asking for problems, right? Because I feel like it's going to destroy my resources. But what I will do is get to the next step, which is boundless, I believe. But yeah, I'll try to craft this at least. Which is the whole reason why we need an Quadra. We're getting a Quadra passively, so I'm just going to ignore that. Try to craft at least a stack, just so I can continue the research. And then also I need the neutron accelerator, because we need to upgrade our Nequadria processing. And maybe even consider passive QFTing with focused outputs. I'll have to think about that though, because it can be a little rough, because it's very expensive. But at some point we may want to do that. Neutron accelerator, right? Bookmark it so I remember. So there's a bunch of research stuff that I have to do. And we're crafting this, which is already super expensive. And it will also make the plan to do the blast furnaces. 16 of them. There you go. Okay. Because we need blast furnaces. Sounds good. Okay. For now, I'm gonna wrap up the episode here. It's a pretty chill stream. Just catching up on some things. The biggest progress we did, of course, was actually getting the Dyson Swarm quadrupled. And over time, we're making the Dyson Swarm modules, which means we're getting more power over time. Yeah, they're still crafting, so technically quadruple power, or up to what? 337 billion times 4. 1.2 trillion? Something like that. That's a lot of power. Okay, we're making progress though. We still have a lot of resources. So that's kind of where the rabbit hole is going. I really want the Godforge, but we need so much more resources for this. And that's what we're going to work on. The next couple of episodes is getting that up. But off camera, a bunch of research stuff that I need to do. And I'm going to try to keep my word of saying, like, hey, I'm going to actually do this, because I know I said before, oh, I'm going to do some stuff off camera. And then I just don't, because I end up playing Mutagenics. It's so much fun. But I'm close to finishing Mutagenics. I'm going to focus on GTH a little more, I promise. It's just a fun game. I can't say no to it. It's fun. Anyways, for now, I will come back when I come back. That's the other thing too. I don't really have a good schedule. It's kind of all over the place. Daylight savings actually kind of messed me up, and I didn't realize it until now, especially with my walking. I come back home pretty late. But as usual, if I'm ready to stream, I'll just stream. So just keep an eye out. Anyways, for now, have a good night. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.